Hello and good evening, everyone. So first off, I want to start by asking, how many of you here today have ever won some money, whether it's playing the lottery, scratch off games, or even gambling? All right, perfect. So I see plenty of you have. And this is just going to bring me to the first thing that I want to share with you guys here today. So I want to let you guys know about how much roughly casinos can make. So in the year of 2019, 169 casinos in Las Vegas, they reported a total revenue of $22 billion. This is roughly about $1.8 million per casino every single day. And just to narrow down, put a little more into perspective, that $1.8 million is equivalent to buying 91 brand new Toyota Corollas. And obviously, this large amount of money is going to bring a lot of people into the city and a lot of people into the casinos for game and for the casinos to make money. But it's also going to bring a lot of people that want to scam the system and just to try and get some money back, which is going to lead to some of the stories that I'm going to tell you guys later today. First, I do want to share a little video of me when I was in my Vegas in 2019 playing one of the slot machines. All right, so it looks like there was some issue playing the audio there, but as you can see from the screen, I mean, this was obviously a win. You can see a big win there on the screen. There was plenty of lights going on, but I just want to let you know the big win for me on that machine was $14, and it was the same throughout many of the games that I played. It was small money that I was winning, so I started thinking, what if there's ways that I could trick these machines, or what if there's some games that I could play to get an advantage and to get some money, especially after losing a lot of the money that I took to Vegas in the first place. And this is what's going to lead me to the first story that I have for you today, which is about a man named Tommy Carmichael. And essentially, he was stealing from slot machines, and he did this throughout the years, and he won millions of dollars doing it. But before I tell you guys the story, you just know that this was back in the late 1980s, 1990s, where the technology was really different from how it is today. So basically, the first thing that he came up with is what was known as the monkey's paw. And this was pretty simple. This was just a wire that he will insert into the machine's payout chute. And by doing that, he will trip some of the switches, and this will get him a lot of money. And also, technology did advance through all the years. So he had to come up with a new idea, which it was even more ingenious, which took him about a year to come up with. But it was out of a camera battery and a light bulb, and he will use this in a way to somehow trick the sensors in the slot machines, and essentially just get a lot of coins for him. And this got him a lot of money. This got him millions of dollars throughout the years. The next story that I have for you guys, as you guys might see here on the screen and recognize this movie, this is from the movie 21, which was based on a true story that happened in Vegas. And this is, they were known as the MIT Blackjack team. And basically, they took card counting to the next level. And even though card counting is not illegal, you can still get banned for using it, or get banned from the casinos if you get caught. And which is essentially what happened to them. But first, let me tell you about them a little bit. So they were run by a man named Bill Kaplan, which was basically the leader of them. He trained about 100 students throughout the years, and they said that him himself got away with about $10 million. But they were essentially all caught, even though they didn't went to jail, they were all banned from the casinos, him and all the students. And this is also going to take me to another recent story that I have here for you guys today. You can't really see it well on the screen, but this is about a man that used he went really far. He used prosthetics, he used props, he used a cane, and he basically disguised himself as an older man. And he did this by stealing people's driver's license, social securities, insurance cards. And he will go into the casinos, and he will go into the kiosk where you get your money back. And he had the driver's license with the stolen identity, and he had the social security, and he also had the phone numbers which he needed to get the money out of the kiosk. And he was essentially caught. So he got caught in March of this year, and he's still pending charges for car fraud, for stolen identity, and many other things that is probably going to get him arrested for many years. And I just want to share with you guys that even though there's a lot of things going on nowadays, especially with the coronavirus and things like that, some of this might seem a little appetizing to try and win some easy money and just try and get some easy money out of not working. But eventually at the end, there's a lot of different ways that you can make money out there. With these methods that I mentioned before, they're not worth it. Especially going back to the first story that I told you about Carmichael, he was essentially caught after 20 years and he was sentenced to prison for almost a year and also went to probation for 3. So at the end, there's high stakes and it's just not really worth it to steal from casinos based on the consequences. Yeah, you can win a lot of money if you do it right, but the consequences are just don't even out the outcome. And thank you. You guys have a good evening.